I'm Saturday hauling for you guys today, and I'm going to go ahead and start off with an order that I placed off of the Sephora website. I wanted to try a new leave-in hair conditioner. I repurchased the newly repackaged and kind of revamped AG leave-in treatment that I've been using for years, and I realized that they changed the formula a little bit, and I had been getting kind of where my hair leans between my hairline and my brow, right on both sides. I've been getting little breakouts there, and so I think that it's because of that change in the conditioner. So I went to using the one and only argan oil from Sally's, and it actually got better, but there's still just a couple. So I wanted to kind of try a new leave-in product to see if I can just kind of eliminate breakouts in that area altogether. I know that kind of when hair sits on the face, it can kind of aggravate that, especially if you have like acne prone skin like I do. So this product by Jisoo or Jisoo really intrigued me because it had such good reviews for a leave-in conditioner, and then also it's honey infused, which I'm big on anything that's honey infused, so I thought I would give it a try. So it's the Jisoo honey infused leave-in conditioner. It says healthy hair, 150 milliliter or 5.1 fluid ounce bottle, and this says it's made in the Netherlands. So this is the product right there, and I used it for the first time last night, so I've got fresh clean hair today, and I think that I might have used a little bit too much because my hair was quite flat and it was really shiny. It doesn't feel like greasy or anything like that. I do use a bit of oil as well with my leave-in conditioners to kind of tame the frizz that I have in my like naturally wavy, very fine, thick hair. Because if I don't use enough like oil or leave-in conditioner, my hair is it's just wild. So I got to toy around with how much of this to use in conjunction with the amount of hair oil that I use, but it feels so soft, and it's really shiny. It does feel a little bit flat, so I've been kind of like trying to push it up a little bit, but I didn't want to put a bunch of dry shampoo in there because I just washed it, you know. It feels all nice and fresh and stuff. It just on camera, it looks extra shiny. So anyway, I got to play around with how much of this I want to use, and I can't tell right off the bat because again, this is the first time I used it was last night, whether or not it's going to aggravate those kind of breakout prone areas where my hair is at or not. But I mean, I just really like the way that my hair feels. And again, the reviews on Sephora were just wonderful. And it really doesn't say a whole lot about the product on the packaging, about what it's supposed to do. It just kind of has directions of use, and I read most of kind of how people's experiences were on the Sephora kind of review section on the website. But anyway, so far so good. So I got this guy from Jisoo, and this is actually the first product from this brand that I have tried, and I kind of feel like I'm gonna like it. So that's the honey infused leave-in conditioner, again from Jisoo. Gizoo. I also saw that the brand Kulfi came out with new colors in their Kajal eyeliner crayons, and I had heard good things about it, and it's supposed to be like a long wearing product, and they had a green shade that I was hoping would be comparable to the Givenchy Cold Couture in Jade that I have purchased so many times, but it's discontinued. I love that particular shade of like just really bright popping green, and it doesn't have too much like yellow in it. I find that products that are greens that have too much yellow kind of, they make my eyes look yellow, and my eyes tend to get kind of bloodshot anyway, so I don't prefer those yellow toned greens on my eyes. And unfortunately, this is a yellow toned green. I was trying to make it work throughout the day, and I just really didn't like the color on my waterline, but I left it on anyway, and then I kind of found out about the formula, and I don't like it. So I had made a couple passes to get it opaque on the waterline, and it must have been probably 2 hours in, and I was like, what the heck? Because I just put it on the waterline. It was below my lashes, like on the skin underneath. It was almost like it slid forward off the waterline. It was very bizarre. Usually I get it migrating to the inner corner right here or the outer corner, but never like slid downward onto the skin where my lashes like are. It was very weird. And I was like, so what is it, like melting like right off my waterline? I don't know. I'm not crazy about the formula, and unfortunately this particular shade of green is yellow based, so I'm not crazy about that either. But this is the shade Jungle Gems Underlined Kajal Eyeliner. So again, it's from Kulfi right there. They do have some like fun shades. I need to wipe my hand off. I'll wipe them off in a minute. I was swatching things. So this is the shade. It's very creamy and glidey and stuff. Like I said, I had to make a couple passes on the waterline to get it opaque. I had to almost let the first coat dry and go back in to really get that intense kind of green color. And then I wasn't crazy about the shade, and then it fell off my waterline. In comparison, I'll just swatch it to the Givenchy Cold Couture so you can see just like it's just a brighter, more poppin' shade of green the Givenchy one is. And then what I mostly wear, which is still available, is the KVD Longwear Pomade. It's like one of their kind of brow products. I use this on the waterline most times. I haven't been using the Givenchy as much because you just can't get it anymore. Sometimes I'll go over the KVD because the lasting power is actually more so than the Givenchy one, and then I'll go over it with Givenchy and it just pops that green really pretty. But I'm sad that you can't get the Givenchy anymore. So this is, mine says Lemmy Green, but I think they've renamed it to Power Green. And I love, absolutely love this formulation on the waterline. It lasts really, really well for me. I have it in several different colors, and then I just use like a little liner brush or a little tiny smudger brush that from Wayne Goss, and I just tap it on the waterline, and that is what I have on my waterline today is this Power Green shade. But I was going to show you the whole point here, show you the shade differences between them. So that's the Power Green from KVD, Givenchy Cold Couture, and Jade. And then this is the Kulfi one. You can really see the yellow come out of that Kulfi one next to those other two shades of green. But that's the Jungle Gems right there. And it is a twist-up pencil as well right there. But yeah, not crazy about that guy. And then I also got the Makeup by Mario Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Serum. And I got it in the shade Nude Glow. I had heard really good things about this, and the shades online that I had always wanted were out of stock for a while, and then they all came back into stock. So I decided to just try one and kind of see how it goes. I did swatch some in Sephora, and they were sold out of the shades that I wanted, but I kind of got the messiness of the packaging when I seen them there. But this guy here's got 0.08 fluid ounces of product, and it's made in South Korea. I should tell you where the Kulfi liner is made too real quick. There's 0.01 ounces in the Kulfi liner, and it's made in Germany. Just a side note, I forgot to mention that. But this is actually the lip product that I have on my lips today. I lined my lips with the Too Faced Badass lip liner, and I just slightly faded it inwards, and then I went in with the Makeup by Mario here in Nude Glow. So that's kind of my lip combination. And this has just the slightest bit of a cooling effect to it, but not overly so. And I don't really find that it smells like anything. It doesn't smell like mint or like mentholy or anything like that. So I'm not sure what that cooling kind of sensation is coming from, but I feel like my lips look very like juicy and very plump. I like the effect of that. So I may be grabbing a couple more of these. This is what the packaging looks like. It's a click style packaging with kind of that matte texture to it, and it clicks upwards, and once you click it up it will not go back down because of that soft formulation. And what I've been doing is just a click or two and trying not to get product past even the top of that, because when you put your lips on it, it'll go into the product a little bit, because these can get really messy. So that's how I've been finding it the best. And then I kind of wipe the edges off like on my lips and kind of maybe use my finger if I have to, but they can get really messy really quickly. So I'm trying to keep mine as non-messy as possible. Let's get a little bit more out here. So you can hear it clicking there. And this one's just got the slightest bit of a nude tint to it. Wow, are you gonna get any out? Before, and I was using it one click and I was like, whoa, let's get a bit more. There, I think I got some out. Yeah, so you can see that kind of bit of nude there. It shears out on the lips. You can kind of see the pinkiness of the natural color of my own lips kind of coming through that kind of more browny nude in there. So it is kind of a real sheer tint on this guy, but I really like the way that it looks, and I really like the way that it feels on the lips. So I may get some more. It feels like a kind of like a glossy balm. It's not very like super sticky or anything like that. It feels nourishing and hydrating. So anyway, that's my first one of the Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Serum from Makeup by Mario in the Nude Glow shade right there. And my first, but probably not my last. And then I also picked up 3 more of the Haus Labs by Lady Gaga High Power Pigment Paints. I have had 2 of these in my collection, the black and the green one, which I'll swatch those as well for what it's worth. But I got these 3 colors because I've really been enjoying using these products as winged liner. They're very like fluid, very richly pigmented, and they just have this real ease of like fluidity with the pigmentation again for winged liner. So I love to use them with a little liner brush like that. Refer 34 has kind of been my favorite little liner brush to use with these guys. And then I got the black already, and I got these shades right here so that I can mix black in with any of the colors that I have and create a more deep defined but still kind of colored liner. And then I just mix them on a little dish that I have here. So the one that I have got on my upper line, for my upper liner where the wing is at, is the Fuchsia Matte shade mixed in with the black pigment, and it turned into this beautiful eggplant color that I was just like, it was the perfect shade of an eggplant purple. So that's on the upper lash line there. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, kind of that tone on camera, because the crease color that I have on for eyeshadow is kind of that eggplanty color too. So it kind of matched perfectly. And apparently the Fuchsia Matte shade isn't like eye safe, I think I saw on the website, and I used the fuchsia mixed in with the sapphire matte blue shade, and my upper lash line had, just when I like took all my makeup off, it had the slightest bit of a red tint to it. So I think it's deemed like not eye safe because it has a staining factor to it, which I didn't have any eye irritation from the product. So like I said, I've got the Fuchsia Matte mixed in with the black on the upper lash line today, and I have no actual eye irritation, but it does do a little bit of staining on the skin. So these products are made in Italy, and there's a total 0.25 ounces of product in here, and they come in these little squeeze tubes like this. So I'm going to swatch the black and the green for what it's worth, but I like to mix the black in. As you can see, I've kind of used a bit of that up already with any of these shades. The black I can use by itself and really like it for a winged liner, and then also the sapphire matte shade it's a deep enough bright blue that I really like this by itself too. And I also like to mix the fuchsia matte with the blue. That's a really pretty shade. It's just like really fun to curate fun liner shades, and it doesn't like smudge on me or bleed. It does really well with my watery eyes. So really been enjoying these. They've been fun products. So let me get them on my hands. So these are the 5 shades. The top one is fuchsia matte right there. The blue one is sapphire matte. I'm interested in the like shimmer ones they have too, but I don't know. I'm not sure just yet. This one right here is Cocoa Matte, which is the brown. I was hoping that would be a little bit more of a rich brown, but again, I can mix it in with the black. And then the green one, which I already had, is the Mint Matte right there. And mixing those two together creates this really beautiful like forest green shade. And then here's the black, which is called Onyx Matte. Yeah, and they're just so pigmented and fluid and easy to work with for like a winged liner, and I've really been enjoying these from Haus Labs. So those are the high power pigment paints right there. And then I also got the new Fenty Skin Plush Puddin' Intensive Recovery Lip Mask. So there's 15 grams or 0.5 ounces of product in this guy. And this one here is made in Italy as well. And it says on here, blanket lips with hydration for a petal soft pout. Fruit extracts, condition, rich oils, intensely moisturize and smooth. So it's this guy right here, which is a new product from Fenty, and it's actually the first product that I've tried from the Fenty Skin range. I find the packaging to be very interesting. It's got you twist off the top like that, and then there's a little hole in there, and then you turn the bottom and the product comes out the top. So it's like an airtight little situation. I think maybe a squeeze tube might have been a little bit more like user friendly if you don't like to use your fingers. And I've been using this more so kind of randomly in the day because it's so cold where I'm at right now. So we had one blizzard that like shut down UPS and FedEx and all the things, right, for 3 days. There was a little break in there, a couple days, and then we got another one. Except for this time, we had snow, and then we also had, I think the negative 21 was 2 days ago, and then it's been kind of teetering between negative like 17 and 18, but we got like 55-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Ooh, you pair that wind with that negative temperature. Like, I mean, I'm outside looking like the kid from the Christmas Story. You have to, okay? Because anyway, it was been so cold, so my skin's been extra dry, and I've been like spritzing and, you know, putting extra balmy things on my lips and stuff like that. So that's kind of how I've been using it thus far, this product. I haven't used it like as my nighttime yet. I'm still using the Auric, which again, I love that too. But I think tonight I'll go ahead and put this in my bathroom and try to remember to use it at night to see how well it stays on my lips throughout the nighttime. But if I could compare this to anything, I would say that it's almost got the consistency of the Laneige lip sleeping mask, but it's thicker. So let me get a little bit out here. You could just twist the bottom there and it like pops out the top. It's like this kind of a creamy kind of shade. It's very like, it's got a nice viscosity to it. It's not super sticky and it feels really like lush on the lips. I've been enjoying it like how I've been using it so far. But so far so good. I have been enjoying this little guy. So that's the Plush Puddin' Intensive Recovery Lip Mask from Fenty Skin. And like, let me tell you, North Dakota winters I'll tell you if it's intense recovery for the skin. So anyway, yeah, so far so good during the day, and we're going to try her at night tonight. And then lastly from Sephora, I got the Bobbi Brown highlighting powder. So 0.28 ounces of product, or 8 grams. And this guy's made in Italy, naturally, because it's a Big Gelée product. And this is the shade Quartz Glow. And I had seen Lauren May Beauty talk about this highlighter, and I hadn't realized that Bobbi Brown expanded her highlighter range in terms of the colors, and this is like a newer shade, and it's really pretty. So this is Quartz Glow. In the winter time, I do definitely need to use some type of a little bit of a tacky base to put highlighters on, specifically more kind of powder style and the Big Gelées and stuff to get them to adhere, because my skin is really dry. So I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Pink Diamond Stick Highlighter. Kind of as a base. I just kind of tapped it on the highlighty points of my face and then went over it with this guy right here, and that's the highlighter that I have on my cheeks, and it's such a beautiful shade. So this is again the Quartz Glow shade. It's just a beautiful champagne, and I love a Big Gelée product, as you guys well know. And it's like a golden champagne, as you can kind of see, but it doesn't have like an undercast on my skin. It's just a stunning shade, and it works really well on my skin tone. Like super pretty, right? So that's the Bobbi Brown highlighting powder in Quartz Glow right there, and that's the highlighter that I have on my cheeks today with that Anastasia Beverly Hills base. And then I placed an order on the Bobbi Brown website because they launched a collection with Tokidoki, and Tokidoki takes me back to like a long time ago with makeup, because Sephora did a collection with them years and years ago, which I still have, which is kind of crazy because I would say, what, 12 years ago or something? Anyway, I got a couple products from here. I'm not going to swatch this particular one, but I'll swatch it in the large size that I have. I hadn't realized that this was like a mini. So this is the highlighting powder in Pink Glow. There's 0.15 ounces of product in this guy, and it's made in Italy as well. And this packaging is just the cutest. Like, just absolutely cute. So again, Pink Glow is a shade that they have in their regular range, and I have that in a full size. But the reason why I haven't swatched this one yet is because the little character that's on the front is embossed in the pan. You can see him right there. It's such a cute collection. So let me swatch Pink Glow next to the, what did I say, the Quartz Glow that I just swatched. And I like to mix this with Quartz Glow now that I have the Quartz Glow, because the formulations are the same. They're both Big Gelée. But this by itself, the Pink Glow highlighter, especially the one that I have that's marbled with a bunch of pink, this does have an undercast on me. So I have got to mix it with something that's a little bit lighter. I think you can really kind of see that right there, that it's got quite an undercast. Or I can use it as like a blush topper. There's a cat in the window making noise, ignore that. because it's just too dark for me to use by itself. So I always wonder, like, if there's some that are marbled that have got more of the white in there. Like, you can see, watch, if I go over here in this little section and get more white, it could possibly be more, you know, for me. But that's what the Tokidoki shade is the pink glow shade. So I thought I'd swatch it in the full-size one that I have because I'm being petty. And then I also got the little Luxe eyeshadow multi-chrome. It says it's a multi-chrome. I didn't notice that off the bat. There's 0.07 ounces or 2 grams of product in this guy. And this is also made in Italy because it is also a baked gelée product. Again, with the packaging, it is super cute. So this is the one that's got the highlighter. And then here's the little eyeshadow right here. So this is the shade Incandescent. And these are a baked jelly product and they're very, very sparkly. They're a little bit drier in texture, so I would use them directly over an eyeshadow base or put something tacky down and then these over the top if you want that maximum kind of sparkle to them. But the finish is really pretty. Yeah, now that I kind of look at it, there's like a pink, a gold, and like an ever so slight bit of a greeny shift to it. It's a very interesting shade. And again, this is Incandescent. It's like an orangey champagne with a bit of a golden green color to it. So yeah, maybe it would be multi-chrome, maybe not the most multi-chrome in comparison to a lot that are out there nowadays, but I can definitely see a couple different shades in there. It's really pretty. So that is the Luxe Eyeshadow Multi-Chrome in Incandescent from the collection. And since I have that one up, I will swatch the shade Moonstone, which was actually a gift with purchase when I ordered these off of the Bobbi Brown website. So this one's got 0.08 ounces, and it's also baked gelée, so it's made in Italy. And this is the shade, did I say that already? I did. This is the shade Moonstone right here, which is also really pretty. So there's Moonstone and there's Incandescent. It's like a really pretty, like, golden champagne color. So shiny. So yeah, that one is Moonstone right there. And then I had to have the eyeshadow palette. So this is the Cosmo Universe eyeshadow palette. The packaging is super cute. This is what the box looks like. And this palette is actually made in China, is what it says on the box packaging. So this one has got a total of matte eyeshadows are 0.05 ounces and the shimmer shadows are 0.05 ounces as well. So again, box packaging, very cute. And then the actual packaging, I still have the sticker on mine, so it might not look as like shiny because I didn't pull it off because I don't know, I didn't want to like scratch it. But it's got the little little tokidoki characters in there. It's very, very cute. Super, super cute packaging. And then inside you do have a mirror, and then there are 8 shades. I did not use this little matte shade because the little guy is in there. And then this one here's got a cat, and that's a little like unicorn. And then those little characters right there. I found the matte shadows to be really soft and pigmented, and they blended really nice. I had wished for a shade that was deeper. This is the deepest one for a matte in the crease, and I was wishing for more depth from that. And then the shimmer shades, I had used these two right here, and for whatever reason, like, they have this pretty like shine to them, but they made my lids look very dry, like very texturally dry, like the skin underneath was dry, which I wasn't crazy about. So yeah, I'm not crazy about that in those 2 shades. And when you compare like those kind of shades to other shades that are out there, especially from indie brands, they just do not hold a candle to them. I feel like they could be better. So I'm going to swatch them for you guys. I'm probably going to ruin this little dude right here and that little guy, but gotta do the swatches. Yeah, this is already just really stiff, that shimmer shade. The mattes in here are really nice. This shade right here is nice as well. But the shades that seem to be the most interesting in the palette, yeah, they just didn't look that cute on. I really smashed down that kitty. Oh, I don't want to ruin him, you guys. I'm being petty. Yeah, you can see right there, them two purples, which I was hoping to have the most like pop and prettiness to them. They're not the best, unfortunately. And on the lid, they just really, they look dry. So that is the Cosmo Universe eyeshadow palette right there. I think I will like it more if I pair some of those shades with some other shades in my collection. It's so cute though. It is so cute. And then lastly from the collection, I got the Extra Lip Tint. It's like a lip balm, tinted lip balm. There's 0.08 ounces of product in this guy. And this one is made in the USA. So here is the packaging on that guy. And then you've got the little kind of tokidoki. And then there's that apple on the lid. So this shade here is called Extra. Oh no, Bare Ginger is the shade. And it looks like it's got a tint of brown to it. But when I had put this on, it almost turned my lips to like that pH pink, kind of pink shade to it. Like you can see even as I swatched it, you could hardly see it now. It's kind of deepening up into that pinky shade. So that was something that I didn't anticipate. I thought it was just going to be like a standard kind of lip balm, but it's slowly turning into a bit of a pink. I've seen some that are more pH pink than others. This one's kind of just like a medium. You can even see it right there. It's gotten a little bit darker yet. So again, I didn't anticipate that. There really isn't a scent to it, but I did think that this felt really lovely on the lips. I often prefer my lip products not to turn into the same color of pH pink because I just wish them to be like a tinted lip balm, you know what I mean? And when I got back to the house, because I had it in my pocket and I was just applying it, boy, my lips were just like really, really pink. And I was like, what the heck? Because I wore a nude lipstick and then I topped it as the day went on. I topped it with lip balm and it was this product. My lips were just super, super pink. So it does do that, just a little FYI. But that's the Bare Ginger shade right there from that collection. And then I was on Instagram and Trend Mood had posted that thank you to Dominique Cosmetics for sending over another one of my favorite concealers. So then I was like, oh, I love to try new concealers and I was wondering about this. And so she said it was one of her favorites. So I thought I would go ahead and give it a try. So again, this is from Dominique Cosmetics and it's the Wide Awake Full Coverage Concealer. It says it has a natural finish. There's 4 milliliters of product and this guy is made in Korea. And the shade that I got is Vanilla Cream, which was the lightest with the pink undertone to it. And I'm kind of kicking myself. I wish I would have just got the lightest shade, but I really enjoy a pink undertone concealer under my eyes. I have a very pink undertone, so it just flatters me more. Because this does, especially after you set it, it does deepen up more than what it initially looks like. I like the packaging to it. It's got this metal like applicator for like cooling or whatever. I do have to go kind of into the tube to pick up more product because I find there's not enough on here to kind of do my under eyes. And where I put concealer is right there, and that's kind of the only place that I ever use concealer. And I don't get breakouts right here in my eyes ever. And that night when I washed my makeup off, I had a fairly large size blemish right on the inner corner right there, and I'm like, the only thing that I changed different that's new is this concealer. So I haven't used it since that day. It's a little bit too dark and I'm a little bit too nervous to try it again. It wasn't like, the blemish did go away by the next day, so it wasn't super like days on days or whatever. So I'll probably try it again, but I'll mix it with a lighter concealer that I have. But it does make me kind of nervous because like I said, I don't get blemishes there. So anyway, this is the shade Vanilla Cream right here. It blended out really nice. It felt nice on the skin, all of those things. But yeah, even since I swatched it, I think you can kind of see it oxidizing on my hand. It's got really nice coverage, as you can see there as well. So maybe if I mix it, for one, I can get a little bit lighter of a shade, and then maybe it'll cut the ingredients down a little bit so it won't like give me blemishes. That's the only thing that I can contribute it to, because I just don't get blemishes in those areas. So it had to have been this concealer. So that's really unfortunate. Yeah, and I'm sad that it oxidizes as well. on me. But anyway, that's the Vanilla Cream Concealer from Dominique Cosmetics right there. And then I had been eyeing the new Essential palette also from Dominique Cosmetics, so I picked that guy up as well. So this has got 10 shades that are 0.04 ounces a piece, and this palette here, it says made in the USA, assembled in the Dominican Republic on the packaging. And it's got the hard plastic packaging, which this is the second palette that Dominique Cosmetics had come out with in this larger style with the plastic packaging. And I have gotten along with the majority of the Dominique Cosmetics eyeshadows. The first one and the second one that she came out with, I had used those actually quite a bit. And then the large one that was all mattes, that one there I wasn't as impressed with as the mattes that were in her other palettes. I felt they're a little bit chalky and had to work a little bit to get them to blend more in comparison to the ones that I had experienced in her palettes. But this one here, I'm happy to say, blended like a dream. The mattes were really, really pretty, and the shimmers are beautiful as well. Nothing super revolutionary in terms of those shades, but those metallics are very pretty. So these three right here have that more metallic kind of reflective shine, and then I'd say that this one and this one are kind of like standard shimmers, and this entire bottom row are matte eyeshadows. And it's standalone for me too, because this is light enough kind of for the inner portion. It's not super, super bright with the undertone to it. Could be just a little bit brighter, but I can make it work. And then there's a nice matte brow bone and some good transition shades and a really pretty black in there. So I guess the terminology fits in calling it the Essential palette, because it's very kind of just a really good neutral palette. So I hadn't actually like swatched the shimmer shades with my fingers. I had only put a brush in them and when I used the palette. And they do feel a little bit gritty and a little bit stiff when I was just swatching them like with my fingers. Again, I hadn't done that till just now, but you can see kind of the reflective shine to them. And really, I mean, again, nothing special, you know, about the shade selection in here. No like duochromes or multi-chromes or anything like that, but it's a pretty solid palette. So, and then these two. And you can kind of get a warm look out of it, or you can kind of get a cool look out of it as well. So you guys can see those shades really well there. And again, that is the Essential palette from Dominique Cosmetics right there. And then back in September, I placed a pre-order for the Glaminatrix Nearly Natural eyeshadow palette, and it shipped in November, and it took about a month to get here. So I waited a long time for this, but I believe that the wait was worth it, because the color story is beautiful, the shadows are beautiful. It's what I've got on my eyes today. This is the sleeve that the palette comes in. I suppose I could look on the website to see if they have any additional information, but there isn't any information on the actual palette packaging for where it's made or how much product that you're getting in here. I do know that Glaminatrix Cosmetics is based out of Australia, and they are an indie brand, so I believe that they are made in-house in Australia, but I don't know how much product is in here. Let me check this website once. I'm on the website where the palette is at. It says this palette is magnetic, which yes, they are magnetic. This is my second Glaminatrix palette. The other one that I have is Nocturnal. It says palette is magnetic. Pans are 26 millimeters and hold between 1.5 and 2 grams of product per pan. So you are getting quite a bit of product for your money. So again, this is what I have got on my eyes today. There is a mirror in there, and then here is your color story. It's just really, really beautiful, and I can use this as a standalone palette. There are two shades that I can kind of get reflective enough to use underneath the brow, and that's these two right here. But today I used a matte eyeshadow underneath the brow bone as opposed to one of those shimmery shades, because the mattes in here are kind of mid-tone or deeper in terms of the shades, and these metallic shimmers are just absolutely stunning. I feel like this particular formulation feels very unique to the brand. Like when I first like swatch them and use them and stuff like that, they don't come off as a generic formulation They feel very kind of unique to this brand in my opinion, and I felt that way kind of about the Nocturno palette as well. Not saying that there aren't other shades like similar to these or anything like that, but the formulation is a little bit different than others that I've, you know, tried. So I think they mix them in house and press them and everything. And then these next ones, I always want to like buy a bunch of stuff off their website, and then I get sad if it's a pre-order or I know I'm going to be waiting 3 months, you know what I mean? Do I feel like the wait was worth it for this one? Yes I do. Because it's so beautiful. These next guys. It's like a neutral or natural style eyeshadow palette with just some color in it, like muted kind of greens and a little bit of purple action going on. And then these bottom three. Yeah, I have very minimal fallout when I use it. They blend really nice. The pigment is lovely. Pretty though, right? Let's do a little bit more of a close-up there. And I like that they're magnetized as well, so you can pull them out and interchange them with, you know, the ones that I have in the other palette, or put them all in a magnetic palette or whatever. So that is the Glaminatrix Nearly Natural palette right there. It's really pretty. And then I also got in my like Black Friday order from Too Faced with their 2 little 8-pan shadow palettes, which I always love to purchase these little tin palettes from Too Faced. So this first one is the Too Faced Secret Santa limited edition eyeshadow palette, and it is this guy right here. And then this one here has got 8 shadows that are 0.035 ounces, and it says bulk made in the USA, assembled in the Dominican Republic. So it's got that tin style packaging in there. And this is a pretty warm color story. It's really, really pretty. I do have to bring in something lighter in this palette, but I find the shadow quality to be pretty good in this one. So there are the first 4. And then this bottom row, and I believe Too Faced has been running some really good sales for, I think, like over a month now. If I'm not mistaken, these might be 50% off right now. So that one is the Secret Santa right there. And the other one is the You're So Hot Cocoa Inspired Eyeshadow Palette. This has got 0.026 ounces per 8 shades, so less product in this guy, which is interesting. And then bulk made in the USA, assembled in the Dominican Republic again. And this one here does smell with like a little bit of sweet cocoa type of scent. The other one doesn't smell, but this one does. This one is standalone for me. Yeah, nothing super unique again in terms of the color story, but they're nice, compact, pretty decent shadow formula in them as well. And really cute packaging. And then this bottom row. So that one right there is the You're So Hot, and there's the Secret Santa. There you can kind of see them both together right there. And that's the packaging again for that guy. And then I placed an order on the Saturday Skin website. They had a couple bundles that were already a good deal, and then those bundles were on sale, and they were full-size products. So I got 2 sets, and The Saturday Skin 10% Glycolic Acid Pore Control Complex Toner was a product that I had gotten from them in PR a few times, and I was too scared to use it. I've been using the 5% from Pixi for a very long time, and as I mentioned like in my last video, my skin's been kind of acting stupid. It does that when the weather's like wild in North Dakota and it's so dry and stuff like that. So I had this little bottle though, because I think I got a set with a big bottle and a little bottle, and I gave the big bottle to my mom, and she loves this. She uses the Saturday Skin, I think, in the morning and then the Pixi at night, or vice versa. And that's kind of what I've been doing. I've been using the Saturday Skin in the morning and the Pixi at night. And so my little bottle, my little bottle is all gone. So I went on the website to get a bigger bottle. And then also the bundles were some products that I loved from the brand as well. And then I also wanted to give the 4% Glycolic Acid Pore Care Complex with the pipette another go. So I've been kind of layering these products, and I haven't been using them every single day with this particular one and the acid, but maybe like every other day. And I feel like my skin's been doing a little bit better, and it feels, for whatever reason, it feels a little bit more hydrated as well. So I've been using those in conjunction, kind of back and forth with the Pixi, either morning or night type of a situation. So I got this guy here with the set with the big pore clarifying toner, which is a 4.22 fluid ounce bottle, this big one. So these guys here came in a set, and the complex is 1.69 ounces right here. And Saturday Skin is a Korean skincare brand. You guys know I love KJ Beauty skincare products. And then the other set that they had was the antioxidant gel cleanser, which is a 5.07 fluid ounce bottle with a pump. And then the makeup melting balm, which is a 3.38 fluid ounce jar. And I'm on my like last cleansing oil balm product, because I do double cleanse at night. Use a balm oil to melt your makeup off, and then I go in with like a jelly cleanser or something like that, something that's gentle but really like cleanses the skin well. And I was on my last one. I was like, oh, I need to get another one. So I got this set. For one, I like the gel cleanser too. I like to use that in the morning, and I mix it with the Dermafoliate from Eminence, and I like to use the Refer one like that too. There's a couple of them that I like to use like that. That Paula's Choice one is really nice, but I do like this cleanser. It smells really lovely. And then the cleansing balm as well, because again, I'm running out. And then I also went I went on the pharmacy website too, and they had that trio of the cleansing balms, because that's one of my absolute favorite cleansing balms as well. And I bought 2 of the trio sets because they were a good deal by itself, but they were also on sale. I haven't gotten those yet. Again, the post and all that's been, it's been wild. So I got this set here. Let me show you what the packaging looks like. So this is the jar for the cleanser, and this smells absolutely divine. I would say it's one of the closest things in terms of the texture that I found in comparison to the Pharmacy Green Clean Cleansing Balm, which I have gone through so many of those. It's ridiculous. And it smells absolutely lovely too. So I got that guy with the set, and then this is what the cleanser looks like. And this smells really nice too. This is a really gentle cleanser, but it cleans really, really well, I find. So I got that guy in that set too from the Saturday Skin website. And then from Beautylish, I bought the new Sonia G, the Traditions Holiday Trio brush set. And she came out with 2 products for the holidays. And the other one was the Mount Fuji brush and holder. And it looks so beautiful, but it was quite expensive, which her quality though is kind of, it's so nice, so I understand the price tag. But I ho-hummed about it too long, and then when I went back and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get it, they were sold out. And I was like, you blew it. You blew your chance. But I did manage to get the Traditions Holiday Trio, which these were in stock a couple days ago, but now I just seen on the website that those are sold out as well. I'm assuming they're a limited edition product, but I'm going to show them to you guys anyways. So it's a 3 trio brush set, and they came in this pouch with the Sonia G sticker on there. And there are 3 eye brushes. They're so soft and very functional, like eyeshadow brushes. These 2 are really good blenders. And then this one here I've been using to really crisp out that outer line of my eyeshadow, and they're really soft. What is super lovely about them is these handles though. I'm trying to get how you can see them. They bevel towards the end, and they get kind of chunkier in the middle of the handle, and they're made out of keyaki wood. And then it's got the Sonia G, and then what kind of brush it is. I think If anybody's asking, I think that we should get face brushes with these handles too, because they're really, really pretty. So they got the longer handle though, not like the mini Kayakis that have the shorter handle. These are like your longer style handle, and they're really, really pretty. So just to show them to you guys, I thought that they were still in stock, but they have since sold out. This one's circular all the way around. This one's pinched blender, and then this one here is like a little flat smudger right there. But such a lovely holiday launch there from Sonia G. Still kicking myself that I missed out on the Mount Fuji holder. I was like, don't sleep on it. I slept on it and it sold out like really quickly. And then lastly, I did get in one PR package, and this is from Kaleidos. They expanded their Cloud Lab lip clays, so they came out with 2 more sets of them, and they sent them in this really cute box so that you can put them on display. Inside the box there was also this coconut oil lip treatment. Gosh, I've really been enjoying oil lip treatments. I really like the hybrid lip oil balms a lot. I find them to be, they just feel really lovely on the lips, and they have this nice glossiness to them, but they're also hydrating. So I don't know if I've tried this product from Kaleidos. I don't believe that I have. So this is the coconut oil lip treatment right here that was in the package. Should we see if it smells like coconuts? It's a squeezy tube like this. Put some out. Yeah, this does feel like a gloss oil hybrid. Like, it's not like a super runny oil. It doesn't smell like anything. I thought maybe it was going to smell like coconuts, but it does not. And I know that not everybody loves the smell of coconuts, so that's kind of what it looks like right there, the lip oil. So there are 2 sets. There's the Polar Placid Cloud Lab Lip Clay Vault, which has 4 shades, and it comes in this really cute tin. I've got all my little tins from Kaleidos like this. I just think that they're so pretty. And then inside you have got your 4 lip clays right there. So let's get a swatch in these guys. They have that really soft kind of matte velvety feel to them. The packaging does. So this first one is Pink Himalayan, and this formula is one of the most comfortable matte lip products. It's a silicone based formulation which looks really matte on the lips but feels really, really comfortable. They don't set down to be super like stiff or drying or anything like that, but they are quite matte. So this one is Pink Himalaya right here. And they almost, because of that like soft matte like silicone, they almost have this really pretty blurring effect to them as well. And then we have got Echo Valley right here. They do come out with some really unique shades. So that one is Echo Valley. And let me show you guys the packaging a little bit better too. Kind of see the shade through there. And then we have got the shade North right here. So this one is North. And then the last one is Tundra. And here is Tundra right here. And then kind of let me blend them out a little bit too. So you can kind of see that they got that like little bit of a blur effect to them as well. And when you kind of blur them out, you can see they don't like, they're not as dark as when you just like swatch them like that. So that's the Polar Placid set right there. And then the other set is the Willow Wisp set right here. And you've got some really like fun and unique shades in here. And this packaging is like a deeper blue with that same really soft kind of feel to it. So this first one is Golden Rosin right here. Let me like, I'm going to take just a little bit of this here on my finger and put it in with that. What did I have on again? Oh, the Makeup by Mario. And like tinted a little bit, which I find these fun to do that with too. Because I've done that with some of the other ones, like to lighten or deepen or change the tones and shades. They mix really well with other like lip products. So you can see right there, it just tinted that Makeup by Mario into like a more rusty shade, like really mixed really well. So anyway, this is the Golden Rosin shade right here. And then we've got Rose Fire. This one here I think would be fun to blur out like tomorrow on Christmas, which I may do. So that one there is Rose Fire. And then we have got Bloodstone. So this is Bloodstone. And then the last one in the Willow Wisp set is Siren. And this would be probably the most unique. It's just a really deep purple shade. And then I'll blur those out as well. So that purple is Siren right there. Let's blur these. It's crazy when I blend them like that, how you can see the blur effect. Like I can see it's showing up even in like the viewfinder. And whenever I've worn these, that's my favorite way to use them. I almost like put some on my lips with the applicator, and then I go in with my finger and then I smudge it into the lips, like almost like rubbing it into the skin. So that's the Willow Wisp set right there. And there's the Polar Placid set. So a little bit more unique shades in there and more kind of wearable tones in that one right there. And like a huge thank you to Kaleidos for sending those guys over. So like these shades are really, really pretty right there. Maybe I'd try that purple one tomorrow. That would be kind of Christmassy, right? And that's everything that I have for my haul today. I hope that you guys found it helpful. And I also want to wish you guys a happy holiday season. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I will see you guys later. Bye.